For Australian workers, a big day is coming. Individual companies will have to publish the difference between what they pay men and women.
You know, I'll probably pop some champagne.
It's going to be like the old burning witches at stakes here because companies aren't quite at gender parity.
National data from the Workplace Gender Equality Agency.
It's hoped the attention of the media will help close the gender pay gap, which is still as wide as 22.8% and not moving.
This will be a huge tool again for employees to say, well, your gender pay gap is X, why would I go and work for you?
The new laws mean much more detailed information will be published than ever before.
Well, I think the transparency does focus the minds of business leaders and leaders in employers to do better, and that's what the evidence shows from the UK.
The UK has long reported figures by industry, but since it published the company-by-company data, the pay gap has shrunk as businesses work to get off the list of worst offenders.
Now, it's not a silver bullet, but the reduction has been achieved and sustained over time, and that's what we want to happen here too.
It will also empower workers to ask questions.
What's going on here in our place of work? What is happening here? Is it pay discrimination? Is it a lack of workplace flexibility?
Business groups want the gender pay gap gone.
Let's be real here, there has been a history in Australia of gender discrimination.
There's lots of elements that have built the problem. We have some of the most gender-segregated workplaces in the world. Lower pay for jobs in the care sector, women taking a far greater proportion of time off to raise children and look after family members. They all contribute to the gap.
Is it a problem that we have one? Yes. Is it understandable through history that we've got one? Yes. Is business trying hard to rectify that on a range of levels? Yes.
When the results are released in early 2024, companies will also be allowed to include a statement explaining why their gap persists and what they're doing to close it.
We can really put a bit of naming and shaming and put the finger on the pulse of the organisation.
Already, some businesses are paying women more to improve the data before it's released.
So a lot of women do get pay rises, particularly after organisations have done a gender pay gap analysis.
The data is a big step. What will fix the gap for good is better pay for caring professions and more support from parents and the education sector for women to qualify in well-paid fields like science, engineering and construction.
The old ways of doing things, even 10 years ago, just don't cut it anymore in the world that we live in. Customers are demanding it, boards are demanding it, their own staffs are demanding it.
A demand that will only get louder next year when we learn more.